Welcome back to my channel. I am taking you today through a cherry cola lip makeup tutorial that is very quick, very effortless, very fast. Look what I have. How cute is this? Oh my gosh, this is so huge on my head. Because I do this in private usually, I never realize how big this is. Okay, forget about that. We're not using that. Let's start with the base. I don't use anything except for moisturizer. I have to admit, I have probably the laziest makeup routine, the laziest skincare routine. This moisturizer is the Simple Hydrating Light. Recently I started doing gua sha. I've been using a Grwm Retinol Emulsion Cream from The Ordinary and also a 100% plant-derived squalane, also from The Ordinary. I can't say that I think gua sha's been doing much. And then I go in with some sun cream because you know what, it's getting sunnier out here in the UK. And this is 50 plus, so for my face I tend to use this. This is from Soleil, which is a Superdrug brand. I love that so many drugstore brands are saying that they don't test on animals at all and that they're vegan. I think it's such a great step forward. The first thing that I put on my face is this Halo Glow liquid filter. This is from e.l.f. And by the way, you see over here, can you see the vegan sign and the cruelty-free sign? e.l.f. is one of my go-to brands. It's so nice to have a brand that is so transparent with where their products are coming from, because I don't want to have to keep constantly researching, is this brand vegan, is this brand cruelty-free? And I know for sure that e.l.f. is, so I get a lot of my products from them. Do not recommend doing that with your teeth. Like I said, I like things that are nice and easy. I can't be bothered to be putting on foundation all the time anymore. This really makes my skin look like it glows. I apply this all over my face, but starting with the under eyes, even onto the forehead. This thing is amazing. I absolutely adore it. Who doesn't want to look like they're glowing in a day, you know? Then I just blend that in with the beauty blender that I will admit I haven't washed in a long time. The difference between cruelty-free makeup and vegan makeup is that cruelty-free makeup means that no animals were tested in the making of the product, whereas vegan products are obviously products which don't use milk or any animal-derived ingredients. That's why they put both disclaimers on a product, and when I buy my product I make sure that they do have both, because otherwise it could have been not tested on animals, but it might use animal-derived ingredients, or it could be a vegan formula which doesn't use any animal-derived ingredients, but it would have tested on animals. And I know, we're in 2024 and we're still testing on animals. What is that about, right? Can you believe there are still companies that are doing things like dripping solutions into the eyes of animals, or rubbing toxic chemicals onto their skin and then killing the animals and then dissecting them after? It's just, it's insane to me that these things are still happening. The good thing is that a lot of them are being replaced by animal-free technologies. Concealer on the under eyes, and then down the nose line, and on the side too, and in this little V shape, and on the chin. You know, I don't have a mirror, like one of those smaller mirrors. I have this huge mirror on my wardrobe that I use, so I'm using the actual viewfinder here to be able to see what I'm doing with my makeup. But yeah, the good news is that a lot of animal-based tests are being replaced with faster, more advanced animal-free technologies, and they predict human reactions better than animal tests. And animals being tested on include rabbit, guinea pigs, mice, rats. Okay, so we have the base here. Then I go in with contour. And you're probably thinking, but surely we don't do that in the UK. And you're right, it is illegal in the UK to test on animals, but it is still legal to import products that have tested on animals, because a lot of cosmetics companies don't produce their products here. They produce them internationally in countries where it is still allowed to test on animals, and sometimes actually mandatory to test on animals, and then they import them here and they can sell them here. So that is still legal in the UK, which is why a surprising amount of products in the UK that are being sold, especially by really high-end brands, are not cruelty-free and they're not vegan. This is the part that usually goes a little bit wrong for me. I don't know how to contour my nose. I just put a little bit of the contour onto a brush and just dab that down the lines of my nose. and then basically blend that out. Also with this big brush, probably not the best, but anyway. The good news is that a lot of brands nowadays are actually pledging to go cruelty free, so they're stopping animal testing in their production lines, and a lot of brands are being a lot more transparent about the formulation of their products, so you'll be able to tell easier if it's cruelty free or if it's vegan. A lot of the time they'll have the leaping bunny symbol if they're cruelty free, which means they haven't tested on animals, and they say vegan on them if they're using products that are not derived from animals at all. And then blend that all the way up and down around the nose. For blush, I actually use an eyeshadow and I just apply it to the apples of my cheeks going upwards. My skin blushes very fast naturally, so I don't put a lot of blush. Otherwise, I swear I'll just be very, very pink. Eyeshadow wise, I like this Revolution palette. This is Flawless 2. Has so many colors. I go in with any of the very light shades. Today, let's go in with this one here. And I put that at the base of my eye. I think that's called the eyelid. And then I'll go in with a darker shade. Let's go in with this one here. I don't know what colors these are. And I basically put that in the outer edge and blend it out. I am not a makeup professional. I literally just play around. I think it's all about blending, because otherwise I will look like a zombie. And then I bring it up ever so slightly. I don't think this is actually the palette I usually use. Doesn't matter anymore. I bring it up ever so slightly. That was so unnecessary. And then I go in with a little highlighter color into the corners and on top of the nose slightly. This is literally like the fastest makeup look ever. We're using a Revolution mascara. Yeah, I don't want to have to do so much endless research into it. I kind of found e.l.f. and was like, yep, sticking to that. There are companies like Revolution which have a lot of products that are vegan, but some that aren't, so you really want to watch out for those ones. This mascara is on the end of its lifeline, on the very, very end, but it's a really good mascara. I have a really big fear of eyelash curlers because my eyelashes get stuck in the corner of it and it's really painful. The Body Shop's gone fully vegan as well, which is really cool. You have to do the O with your mouth, otherwise it just doesn't work out the same. I don't really color my eyebrows anymore. I use this e.l.f. clear brown mascara. It has lash and brows on separate ends and I use them interchangeably, except I don't use it on my eyelashes, so I only ever use it on my eyebrows. And I just kind of brush them upwards. Okay, that went in my hair. I know this isn't the one that we're going for today, but there's this e.l.f. lipstick. This is in the shade Effortless. I don't know if you can see the color on that, but it's literally like the most beautiful pink. This is my go-to lipstick. So easy to apply as well. It feels so silky smooth on your lips. But today we are doing the Coca-Cola, what was it called? The Coca-Cola one? I'll be so honest with you, sometimes I use eyeshadow as a lip liner. So with a brown lip liner, I literally line the outside of my lips. I don't have the most prominent Cupid's bow. Such a great thing about makeup is that you may do. I lick my lips a little bit, just to kind of bring that in. And then this is the most beautiful part. This is e.l.f. Spicy Sienna. It's a little lip stain. This is in red. And you go in. I'm so sorry, I completely did not show you that. And the point is, you do the red on the parts that are closer to your actual mouth. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. You do the red on the inside and the brown on the outside, and then basically blend it in. And if you need to go in a little bit more brown, this all completely depends on the ratio that you like. I like it a little bit more brown with a hint of red, but if you like a little bit more red with a hint of brown, then I don't know if you can see, but it creates this beautiful like ombre in your lips. Cherry cola lips. Cherry cola lips. And then I go in with a clear gloss. I have one from e.l.f. of course. Yes. I forgot to do the eyeliner. This is honestly the hardest part, but I've started doing it with a pencil. This is Barry M Kohl brown pencil, and I basically just create a line. I don't close my eyes because actually that just changes the shape that it comes out, so I just keep my eye open and just kind of pull it out. And to be honest with you, to get the sharpness of the line, I use my nail. Then when I need to bring it in, I just close my eye ever so slightly and do it. Same for the other eye. And then literally just correct it with my nail. Obviously you can use a Q-tip or whatever, but I'm a lazy girl. As you can see, that is literally the most effortless look. I can't be bothered to do high maintenance makeup anymore, except, you know, if it's a very special night. So these kind of looks are just my quick go-tos. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully next time that you go shopping for cosmetics, you can have a look for the Leaping Bunny sign and the vegan disclaimer, because unfortunately not all makeup brands are cruelty free, which means that a lot of them still do test on animals. So if you want not to support that, then make sure that you're looking out for the Leaping Bunny and the vegan sign. And if there's anything else in particular that you want to see, then let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.